Alright guys, I just wanted to show you my antique farm setup and some of the stuff I picked out after a whole lot of searching. I picked this set of equipment here. You know, I was wanting to stay antique, but that wasn't as easy as you'd think. You have to really search through some stuff. So I picked on these guys. These little guys here are they're 75 horsepower, and their top speed's 11 kilometers an hour. I like this planter here, but it doesn't do corn, so I use it for everything but corn. Of course, I got the John Deere A, and I got this old thing because it plants corn. And that's about all that the John Deere A is useful for, because it's only got like 16 horsepower. And I chose this baler just because it looks oldish. You know, it looks like something you'd see on an old farm. I was just trying out this guy here, and a simple cultivator. Now this truck here, pretty good truck. It goes pretty fast for what it is, and it holds 7,000. And this one here is fairly fast, not as fast as the blue one, but if you put these wood panels up, which you press J to put the panels up, it holds about 17,000 or 14,000 or something like that. If you take the panels off, it only holds 7,000. And this is what I used for making silage. Now this mod here is a nice wide silage thing. It's, you know, it's not super fast or nothing, but it's better than all the other stuff involved. And you can just hire a worker and run behind it with the semi truck here. Now I got this stuff growing really fast, so I'm trying to get through this without my stuff going bad. I got another one of these guys, and that's the best sprayer I could find. You know, some things I just couldn't find antique that good, like the front loader. I'll show you that in a minute. Now this is the good old looking combine I chose, just because it's not ridiculously small, but it's still got that old rough rusty look that makes it look antique. And it does its job pretty good. I think it holds like 5,300. So let's tab around here and see if I can get to, oh, and I got this guy here. Nice little truck. I like it. Don't use it much though. This is the inside of this truck. This is the front loader I initially got just because I couldn't find anything I liked, and I needed to pick the bales up. I don't really like this. So what I did was I went and got this old tractor. I mean, it looks old enough, but it works better than that other thing does. Now it's gonna get dark on me, so alright, I'm gonna pause the video and come back when the plants are ready, and I'll show you how to make it all work. Alright, the sun's back out, our plants are ready to harvest. This field here, I kind of split it up because I didn't want to make, it takes so long to make silage, I didn't want to do it all in corn. Now this thing here is really nice for silage. Now let me show you what it is first. Alright, we got Chevy C10. This is the combine I used. This right here is what we're using for silage, and it just works as good as anything. I mean, as good as some of the more expensive stuff. And these are 75 horsepower. This is only like 18. This is what I'm using as a front loader. It was a little too dark for you to see it when I was showing it to you. And this is the semi-trailer. I really like both of these trucks a whole lot. They're nice to use. So alright, we're gonna make some silage. Ooh. Getting this guy, he's got rear steer. Now you can pull a trailer, he's got a hitch down here. You can pull certain trailers and just drive yourself, or you can do what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire somebody and I'm going to drive a truck behind it, or basically on the side of it. Now the pipe animation kind of cuts in and out sometimes. It's not the best, but I mean, we got corn sticking through our truck, so it doesn't really matter that much. But this is the way to go with if you want to do an antique vintage type of farm and you want to make silage. Or if you're trying to do a scenario where money is tight and you want to make silage in an efficient way, this little combine thing is pretty good, really. I mean, you can see it's taking four, maybe, I think it's like 4 meter, a 4 meter head, but yeah, it's taking a good 4 rows at least. And once we finish off this row here, we'll hold up on this. Now this truck goes pretty fast. It'll do like 70 kilometers an hour. Alright, let's get out of there. Now let's go over here. Now this combine is, let's look at it again. I can't pronounce that, but it don't say. Oh, it says right there, 9 meter head on it. And it looks like something old you'd see in an old farm. This has got a 4 meter working width. So those aren't bad, really. See, and it kind of sounds rough when it starts up, and a lot of dinging and pinging, and takes a second. Got some spinning stuff going on. Alright, we'll get this guy going. And he's got this tow hook behind it. See, I'm doing canola right now. I wonder if that would work for pulling some type of a baler behind it. Oh, I'm stuck on something. Invisible wall. See, I just changed this to miles per hour, so I don't know what it does in miles per hour. I know this thing did like 80 in kilometers. So it's doing 50, 55, that ain't bad. Now this old guy is different. See, now I use these because they're 75 horse, so they can operate most stuff, and they do 11 mile an hour or 11 kilometers an hour, and that's steady. They don't go slower when you're actually doing stuff. They're just, it's 11 no matter what. Now this old thing does the same speed, but it's got 150 horsepower. Now this is the old one that I've seen YouTube videos of, the real one. That right there is a two-stroke engine. It doesn't have an electric starter. It has a little two-stroke engine that you start up, and that starts the diesel engine. So it's got a two-stroke engine as a starter, and you can hear it when in the animation. So let's listen to it. See, I can't move yet. That's just a two-stroke starter. And now the diesel's starting up, and now I can move. That's pretty neat. And you can open doors and the hood and stuff like that on them. Now this combine holds like 5,300, but let me show you the front loader if I can find it. Here's this one. I think it picks up grass or something. I don't know, I never tried that. But here's what I'm using as a front loader, just because if you ignore the front loader part, it does look like an old school type of tractor. But if I'm going to be using a bunch, messing with the cows, then I'm going to need something I can actually do the work with. It sounds kind of funny because it's supposed to be a turbo diesel. But yeah, this is my farm. I just started. I'm going off the scenario that, like, you know, I inherited this farm with all this old equipment on it, and I started out with like $5,000, and I sold a little bit of wheat I harvested, and I made the bales while I did it. And I'm just starting from that scenario, you know. But I figured that somebody else would like these, to see some of this old stuff. Don't see too many people. There ain't a whole lot of vintage farm equipment to choose from, really. You know, you ain't got a huge choice or nothing. I had to really search to find this stuff, and yeah, that combine will take this whole little field and not fill up. Oh, and about this John Deere, I mean, it ain't really, the tractor ain't good for a whole lot, but this planter here, it'll do corn, and then when you run out of seed in it, it'll keep doing it anyways, which is kind of cool, because if not, you just be running back and forth, so even if you run out, it'll keep going. Our combine is done. No, last pass. No, 2 more passes. But yeah, this is my little farming scenario. I mean, I got everything I need except for a mixer for the cow feed, but you know, I can't find anything old looking, and you don't really need that. Oh, I was going to show you one more thing here. In my mods, I tried a few silage harvesters before I settled on the one I have now. Let me show you this thing. It's pretty neat. It's just it's big. It's bigger than the thing we got, but I could not hire somebody to drive this thing. So you'd have to have 2 players to even use it. But besides that, it looked like it was about twice as wide. It was almost 8 meters working with. And it's really old and clunky looking. If I wasn't on this realistic map, I'd show it to you. I'd buy it and show it to you. But it's pretty neat looking, old looking, but you have to have 2 players to even use it. I couldn't get the hired worker to actually drive with that thing. So yeah, this truck will hold 7,000. Which is a little more than what this combine can hold, so it works out pretty good, really. That's all the combine holds. And I'll drop this off. We'll fire up some of these little tractors, and I guess that'd be it, unless y'all would want to watch me doing some more harvesting. I'm sure that silage field's going to take a while. It's almost more silage than I want to mess with in this game, you know. Even though I found the most efficient way to do it with the old stuff. Alright. We'll get this guy, I guess. So now, this guy takes a little while to start. I can't move yet. Still can't move. Now I can move. Let's see, there's something invisible right behind me. Had trouble with the other truck. Let's hire somebody. Ah, he's missing a whole row. You're fired, dude. Alright. So I guess the rest of this video is going to be... Well, I didn't really show you one of these littler ones yet. I'll show you one of them real quick. And then it's just going to be harvesting. Silage. It's pretty hard to start. But that's top speed, 7 miles per hour, 11 kilometers an hour. But even if it's pulling an implement in the field, it doesn't go any slower. That's the speed it always goes. but they're strong enough to pull most of the implements that you would use in a vintage type of scenario. That John Deere A it's really not strong enough to do much to anything. So, alright, back to harvesting. See, I ain't figured out that animation, if I'm in the wrong spot, or if it just does that, or what the deal is. Maybe I gotta be like in a sweet spot or something, because my numbers are going up. It usually works better than that. That kind of sucks. Maybe if I get closer. Oh. Oh, that's because we're only doing a couple rows, and that's why it's not showing the animation. Kind of got off track there a little bit. Wow, I just hit a wall. Oh, it's right there too. Oh, crap. Better go straight. There we go. See, now the animation's working better. I think I spoke too soon. Yep, and this is going to take a while. It's a pretty good truck, you know, it holds a decent amount. And it's pretty fast, even when loaded down, it'll do like 40, 50 mile an hour. So I'm going to cut to where I'm dropping off. Alright, I did a little more harvesting silage. Got that far. I filled the truck up. It was a good little truck. It holds, it looks like 1,500 or 15,000, I mean. So that ain't bad at all. Let's see how fast it goes loaded down. Ooh, getting a little swirly. Let's see, this way. I don't remember where to go here. Yeah, this way. So 40, 45 downhill. It's not bad. Seemed a lot faster when I seen the kilometer an hour numbers. But it's probably better than a lot of tractors, you know. It was like 70 kilometers an hour or something like that. Alright, down here to our cow raising area. That's the silage I got off of running corn on the small field. Now watch this animation. We got a button for open the board, and then it just goes from the side. Ooh, we're getting a little sideways. Oh, and it says change bodywork J. Now you can only change it once it's empty. It only holds 7,000 like that, and it holds 15,000 like that. So if you want to get this, you rewind back to the beginning of my video, and I went through all the stuff in my garage, and you can get the names for it. And that other little truck is pretty good too, but it only holds 7. If I didn't leave tracks in the grass, I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't find my way back. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good on this little farm. I mean, with this antique stuff, it's not really a big deal once I figured out what stuff actually works. I mean, I clear this field off, I should be able to possibly put the cover on the silage and then sell it later. I've been growing canola. I could sell that if I needed to. So yeah, I guess I'm going to cut the video off. Later.